gũtongoria gĩikaro gĩkĩ na arĩa megũthikĩrĩria mwathani onao matungate mũndũ wothe wĩ gĩikaro gĩkĩ baba twamwĩtĩria tha ciaku na rĩu twahoya mau wega-inĩ na ũtugi-inĩ wa Jesu twahoya na twetĩkia ona twacokia ngatho. Amen.
Thank you, Eunice. Nĩ mahoya mau mega. Rĩu nĩ tũgwĩta Francis, our manager, oke atwĩre ũrĩa ere andũ othe arĩa marerorera how to go about it.
Yeah, good morning, members. Just to make sure that already we participate in this meeting. These are the rules of the meetings. Na gĩtũmi kĩnene gĩa gũkorwo tũkĩhana these rules nĩ gũkorwo mũcemanio witũ nĩ visual. So due to the COVID health protocol and the compulsory measures by the government limiting public gathering, this AGM will be held visually on our YouTube. In order to join and participate in the meeting, kindly do the following. You join the meeting on your computer or smartphone. So troll yarimyeito, we call in a computer, we call in a smartphone. There is a link that we provided on the mobile phone that is registered with us. Also confirm your attendance by posting a comment with your name and member number on the live feed or your YouTube channel, or send an SMS to this number, 0726 135 491, which we also send through a message. So not to edit to menye we musemani ine na uko ni post namba yaku ya membership na ritware yaku thĩinĩ wa live feed ya YouTube kana utume na SMS thĩinĩ wa namba ĩyo tũheanĩte. Also, you can participate by posting a comment. No ukorwo na kĩũria, no ukorwo na comment. So kindly also comment using the same the two methods that we have given, and also we need your name and also the member number. In case you have a question, use the same channel. In a meeting like this, we usually have proposers and seconders. Tukwenda tugio na namba yaku tena ya membership, ritware yaku, and you state that you have proposed either for each and every agenda. You can state a minute, you can state maybe the supervisory report. In case maybe it is an audited report, you state that you have proposed for that item. In case you would require a copy ya booklet, ino to guide mũcemanio ini, no uthie thĩinĩ wa website ya Ndumberi, which is www.ndumberidaily.com. Also, I know you have the same message through your number. I welcome you all to our annual general meeting and looking forward for your active participation. Thank you very much.
Our secretary, okay, to domere the notice of the meeting.
Okay, to the notice ya mũcemanio wa ũmũthĩ. To all members, notice is hereby given that the 2020 annual general meeting of Ndumberi Daily Farmers Cooperative Society Limited will be held via electronic communication, virtual online meeting on Saturday, 31st October 2020 at 10 a.m. to conduct the following business. Agenda, number 1, reading the notice of the meeting. Number 2, reading the minutes of the last annual general meeting held on 28 September 2019. Number 3, matters arising from the minutes. Number 4, chairman's reports. Number 5, supervisory reports. Number 6, matters arising from the chairman's report and supervisory report. Number 7, presentation of the audited accounts for the year 2019-2020. Number 8, budget year 2021-2022. Number 9, authorization of borrowing powers. Number 10, appointment of auditors. We request members to follow the proceedings of the meeting through the online platform due to the ongoing restrictions on public gatherings by the government. The annual report and audited financial statements for the year ending 30th June 2020 are available for access to all interested members at our offices from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Note, members will receive SMS prompts on the registered mobile number to guide on the registration to participate in the virtual meeting. Yours faithfully, Joseph Maina Kamau, Chairman. Ndemũririkanio rĩngĩ members namba ya thimũ ĩrĩa wagĩrĩire kwandĩka message nĩ 0726 135491. 0726 135491.
Thank you muno, our secretary. Rĩu nĩ tũgũthiĩ introduction. Na introduction nĩ ikorano koguo matigũkĩra kana moke haha. Na to introduce nĩ njĩtagwo Maina wa Kamau. Nĩ chairman gwa kahinda gaka. Twĩna vice chairman Peter K. Waitito. Twĩna treasurer Mr. Michael Ngenembio, Secretary Mother Kibia, James Jashi, Mere Kamande, Patrick Gashao Masharia, James Ginyo Jogi, and David Karaoke Mashua. Twina chairman wa supervisory, Mr. Michael Kamoyo Bogua, na Neturina Francis, who is our manager. We have also our accountant, Mr. Are you running it? Garuya, our accountant. Na twina our independent auditor, Kumake Joroge, Mr. Joroge. So we can go on. Na nĩngwĩta our secretary, okay, tũthomere the minutes of the previous AGM.
Okay, tuthome minutes ya AGM. Minutes of the annual general meeting held on 28th September 2019 at Ndumberi Dairy Compound. Present were listed. The chairman called the meeting to order at 10 a.m. and requested member number 898 Eunice Wanjiro Joroge to dedicate the meeting through a word of prayer. Minute number AGM 1-19-20, reading of the notice convening the meeting. The chairman requested Ms. Martha Kibia to read the notice convening the meeting. He called upon the board members and the senior staff to introduce themselves. Minute number AGM 2-19-20, reading of the minutes for the AGM held on 13th October 2018. Minutes of the previous AGM were read by the Honorable Secretary, Martha Kibia, proposed and seconded by member number 1000, Sarome Wairimo Idhibu, and member number 730, Richard Kameri Nganga, respectively, thereby becoming true records of the society. Matters arising. Member number 5463, Moses Kuria Itibi, was concerned that the scales do not face them during weighment, and when they request to see the weighments, the grader become rude and create a grudge on them, which results to loss of a few liters from the milk delivered. In response, the chairman requested the members to report such incidents in time instead of waiting during the AGM, where the problem could have been solved in time. The chairman proposed to the meeting to convert the plant shares to ordinary shares. This was unanimously endorsed by the members. Member number 1203, Christopher Dongonganga, while endorsing this, sought for the management assurance that the members shall be receiving dividends every year. The chairman informed him that he shall try to do the best of his ability to achieve that and to leave behind a good legacy during his tenure. Member number 1203, Christopher Dongonganga, proposed for a review on the bylaws on the eligibility of board members on the minimum average of 20 kilos to 10 kilos to include the small-scale farmers. In response, member number 2564, James Kefuja Gashoe, opposed the proposal based on historic incidents where such board members contributed to the crippling of the society. The chairman emphasized on the need to read from the front. He further informed the members that the development partners have set a high standards for the board members to ensure success of the projects. Minute number AGM/3/19/20, presentation of the management reports. The chairman presented the management report. It was proposed by member number 1203, Christopher Nganga, and seconded by member number 3207, Paul Itweka. Matters arising. The chairman requested members for the authority to transfer value of Tinganga and Riabai plots. This proposed and seconded by member number 1203, Christopher Dongonganga and Paul Itweka Karaoke, respectively. Member number 2020, Stephen Keroko Morito, proposed to the management to purchase a RAD and develop it instead of restructuring the current premises and shift the processes again to the acquired RAD. In response, the chairman informed the meeting that the process of acquiring RAD is as wrong as finding a larger piece of RAD within the area of operation is a challenge and costly. On the other hand, the donor, as part of the requirement to the agreement, requires the society to build a factory to release the funds, and the agreement is for a specific period. A delay on the action plans may result to recall of the funds by the development partners. Member number 191, Maina Waihubu, requested the management to consider procuring the RAD within Tinganga sub-location. The chairman informed the meeting that the management was not limited to one location, but to all areas of operation. Member number 4942, Raban Getau Nganga, noted that it's every farmer's goal to increase the supply of milk. However, during those times, the society exerts milk supply quotas on the farmers, leaving the confusion on where to deliver the same. In response, the chairman informed the meeting that with a constant supply throughout the period, the society is able to plan for the same other than taking to larger processors at a very low price. He further informed the meeting that with the installation of the UHT machine, that challenge shall be addressed. Mr. Nganga was also concerned that the cost of feeds at our agrovet stores are always high than that of the surrounding agrovet shop. The farmers therefore opt to buy from them to save on costs. In response, the chairman informed the meeting that he would follow up on the issue. He also urged the management to promote brand visibility by conducting aggressive and advertising and marketing. The father proposed to issue the members with t-shirts and cape instead of the usual package to further promote our brand. The chairman informed the meeting that he would explore to all the marketing and promotion activities. Member number 2020, Stephen Keroko Morito, inquired why a bonus payment of 50 cents was declared, yet the chairman had promised the members a payout of 1 shilling during the last AGM. In response, the chairman informed the members that the payout was affected by the oversupply of milk in the market, which resulted to a low market price for the milk. The society was, however, among the few societies with the highest payment rates in the year. He further assured them of a better bonus pay in the following year. Minute number AGM 4/19/20. Presentation of the supervisory report. The chairman invited the supervisory committee to present their report for the year ended 30th June 2019. The report was read by Mr. Gashie, proposed by member number 336, John Gatei Ngangira, and seconded by member number 2383, Esther Mukami Juri, to become the true records of the SIAT. 19/20, presentation of audited accounts. The external auditor, CPA Joroge, presented the audited accounts for the year ending on 30th June 2018. They were proposed by member number 8, Bogwa Madhu, and seconded by member number 266, John Waroingi. Matters arising. Member number 2990, Thomas Ruhio Nganga, requested the management for a copy of the audited accounts before the AGM date to be able to go through them. In response, the chairman confirmed to the meeting that the audited accounts were displayed at the office's notice board and an SMS notification sent to members informing them of the same. He was also sought of clarification for the difference in figures for the intangible assets. In response, the manager informed the meeting that the differences are comparison for the previous year and the year in review, and hence not an accounting error. Member number 1028, Samuel Jenga Kanare, thanked the management for the notable good improvement of the society. He, however, inquired why there was a constant pay on the milk payment rate throughout the year, yet the society was reported to have made great improvement on revenues. In response, the manager informed the members that the milk prices during the year in review, the milk supply flooded the milk, resulting to deduction on milk prices to sustain the market, while on the other hand, there was an increase in milk intake, which with our capacity was forced to deliver to a large processor at a low amount since we do not have a contract. The two aspects resulted to a constant pay. Minute number AGM/6/1920. Presentation of 2019-2020 financial year budget. The manager took members through the 2020-2021 budget. It was proposed by member number 4179, Elizabeth Jerry Itibi, and seconded by member number 2955, Julia K. Morocco. Minute number AGM 7/19/20, borrowing powers. Members agreed to retain Kenya shillings 100 million as the maximum borrowing powers. This was proposed by member number 2999, Joseph Gene Kamonye, and seconded by member number 4311, Mary Waboi Joguna. Minute number AGM 8/19/20, appointment of auditors. The chairman informed the members that there were 2 applications for the audit services That is 1 K. Joroge and Company and Kenyajui and Associates. The members deliberated to retain K. Joroge and Company as proposed by member number 3388, Grace Wajiko Waweru, and seconded by member number 730, Richard Kameri Nganga. Minutes number AGM 9/19/20. Election of officials. Chairman invited the SCCO to take members through the members' representative elections. SCCO's remarks. The sub-county cooperative officer commended the management for the growth on the society and improvement on technology. He urged the members to democratically elect the leaders with vision and integrity to properly manage the assets of the society. He further urged the management to properly define who is a member and have a separate list of attendance for the active members, dormant members, and proxies. He reminded the meeting on the 1/3 rotation for the board members and that the current board members are eligible for re-election. He presented the names of the members who had sent applications as follows. Management, Route 1, member number 1881, Frederick Kenyajui, and member number 2216, Mary Jerry Kamande. Mr. Kenyajui withdrew from the election. Ms. Kamande, having attained the minimum requirements, was re-elected. This was proposed and seconded by member number 1000, Sarome Wairimo, and member number 2515, James Jogona Kamau. Route 2. Member number 2900, Michael Gene Bio, and member number 3057, Charles Risho Mimi. Member number 2900, Michael Gene, gained 183 votes, while Mr. Mimi voters withdrew from voting. Having also attained the minimum requirements, Mr. Gene was re-elected. Route number 3, member number 2966, Patrick Ashau Masharia. Member number 5637, Lea Waboi Kuria. Member number 3599, George Mutuli Goge. Member number 3599, George Mutuli Goge, was disqualified because he did not attain the minimum requirements for election. Mr. Patrick Gashao was re-elected, having gained 15 votes, more than Ms. Leah Waboi, who had 9 votes. Supervisory, Route 1. Peter Bogwa Gashie, member number 2857. Francis Kenyuro Jonge, member number 5376. The two candidates did not meet the minimum requirements for election to the board. Election to scheduled later within the course of the year. The other committee members to continue serving. Minute number AGM 10/19/20, recognition and appreciation of members. The manager recognized and appreciated the suppliers and other stakeholders for their support throughout the year. He invited Mr. Kenyajui from Happy Feeds briefly advise the members on the nutritional aspect of yeast in the cow. He also issued gift vouchers in recognition of the members for their support throughout the year as follows. A, highest producers. Route 1, member number 2075, Jacinta Waboi Kemani. Route 2, member number 1093, Mary Wangare Kanae. Route 3, member number 5672, Pauline Waithera Kiruga. Route 4, member number 3575, Joseph Maina Kamau. Route 5, member number 3378, James Nganga Kongo. B, most improved. Route 1, member number 2075, Jacinta Waboi Kimani. Route 2, member number 889, Raphael Duati Moshiri. Route 3, member number 5672, Paul Waithera Keruga. Route 4, member number 5005, Moses Mwangi Washira. Route 5, member number 5693, Caroline Wangari Thu. C, attends training and implements the trainings. Train other members. Route 1, member number 730, Nganga Richard Kamiri. Route 2, member number 2156, Richard Cairo. Route 3, member number 5470, Esther Wamaida Boro. Route 4, member number 4152, Owen Gure Gadu. Route 5, member number 5173, Rachel Jerry Gigi. Adjournments. Having no other business, the meeting was adjourned at 14:17 p.m. with a word of prayer from member number 2299, Josephat Gene Kamonye. Thank you.
Thank you, our secretary. Riu nĩ ngũmũthomera management report. Koguo no tũtwarane. Fellow members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the board, I welcome you to our financial year 2019-2010 annual general meeting. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Today I speak to you in another unusual way. It's regrettable that we are not able to meet in person as usual, but this, as you know, is necessitated by the current government measures through the Ministry of Health to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. This pandemic has not only threatened the global economy, but we have all been affected in one way or the other. We have lost our loved ones, friends, and relatives. Some have lost their source of livelihoods and more. As such, we call for solidarity with everyone of us playing their part to ensure that we rise through these difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now take you through the performance of the society for the financial year ended 30th June 2020 in brief. The year 2019-2020 was particularly favorable with warm and wet season witnessed. The market was fairly flourishing as well as the fair prices and almost stable demand. The first half of the year was very promising, and it is during this period that we achieved great progress in market expansion and acquired most of the daily assets, recording an increase in turnover. Key highlights for the financial year 2019-2020 can be summed as under. The society achieved a total revenue of 493,525,549 million, an improvement from the previous performance. Increased the society asset by 74.96% from Kenya shillings 96 million to 168 million. Increased the production capacity of both yogurt and pasteurized milk through value addition, 76.89%, up from 56.7% of the total intake. The total number of ordinary plan shares cumulatively at the end of the financial year was 1,097,834. Members were trained on preparing of maize silage, with more members embracing silage making as a favorable fodder preservation technique. Ventured into new markets region, that is Central Rift. We went to Nakuru, Naivasha and Moro. Eastern, we went to Embu, Mwea and Shuka, and Nyandarua for the sale of yogurt. On the other hand, it was a difficult moment for the dairy industry, where we had an presented outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resulted to the loss of animals and high cost of vaccination, which lasted for nearly half of the year, affecting our production and by extension, the income. The anticipated outbreak of COVID-19 within the same period brought about a mirage of challenges. The sudden closure of schools, hotels, and other institutions was such a huge blow to us, to our sales revenue, as they take up a large percentage of our market. The milk intake at the collection point reduced due to the increased consumption at home also. Additionally, we were not able to hold training and offer extension services to the members due to the health protocols and social distancing. We, however, appreciate your understanding and cooperation during that period. In the year, we posted a net loss of 7 million, which was attributed by the following. The outbreak of COVID-19 as a result resulted in the loss of market due to sudden closure of schools, hotels, and non-essential businesses. The Ministry of Health encouraged us to stay at home while other members shunned away from correction centers in fear of being infected. As a result, the intake of milk reduction by 4,000 liters per day, affecting the sales revenue, yet the fixed cost remained constant, despite the cost measures that we put in place. The outbreak of foot and mouth disease that resulted in cattle death and high cost of treatment. This further resulted in the decline in milk intake at the farm and the society level, yet the cost of production remained constant. The preliminary make that huge loss. Growth and expansion. As we had earlier informed you during the last AGM, we are in collaboration with two development partners, that is Agrify and UCDEF. They have played a very significant role in the growth and expansion of our society in the year. They lived true to their word and fully funded the purchase of dairy machines. Agrify Kenya facilitated the acquisition of a complete UHT line worth Kenya shillings 65 million. UCDEF funded the acquisition of a milk packing machine, a yogurt packing machine, a batch pasteurizer, cold room panels, air compressor, water purifier, a refrigerated truck, all worth Kenya shillings 25 million. As shall be referenced from our previous report, we had requested your approval to transfer value of Tinganga and Refai plots to construct a dairy factory. But the Board of Management, however, deliberated and retained the two plots and instead sought for a loan from our bank to fund the project. The factory was constructed at a cost of 13.5 million and is 95% complete, and the project is to be in use before the year end. The installation of yogurt batch pasteurizer, a cold room, and a refrigerated truck has enabled us to build on our production capacity, open up new market, and effectively and conveniently deliver milk to these new market regions. Although acquired, the ESL machine and the milk pouch filling machine are yet to be installed, awaiting completion of the dairy factory. Installation of these machines will enable us to develop new dairy products in the market and in turn improve sales revenue. Way forward. Currently, we are working on a few initiatives to seize emerging opportunities for new dairy products, that is Winners ESL milk, Winners Fresh, and Winners Rara milk, which we project to launch in the course of the year. We shall undertake massive product campaigns and promotions to promote our products. To achieve this, we shall purchase an additional truck and a marketing van. We hope that you will support and promote these plans as you have been supportive with existing products. Key highlights on growth and developments are as follows. Construct a modern dairy factory, which is 95% complete. Purchase of a yogurt aging tank, batch pasteurizer, cold room panels, a refrigerated truck, milk pouch filling machine, ESL machine, air compressor, and air dryer. In conclusion, We continue to uphold our purpose of transforming livelihoods by offering competitive markets for the milk and offering dairy brand of choice across the country. I continue to look at Ndumberi Dairy with great optimism as a society with great deal of resilience. We continue working hard to observe safety of our members, staff, and customers. The management further commits to ensure maximum financial prudence to enable the society to respond appropriately to the current crisis for the continuity of the society and to ensure members get maximum benefit. The road ahead is full of challenges, but it's equally exciting and promising. I wish to place on record my deep sense of gratitude to my colleagues on the board for their counsel and support. I am thankful to the management team for their insight and contribution to the society. I thank you once again for your continued faith in the society and its management. I wish you and your family members safety and good health amidst the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you so much. So now I call upon the Chairman Supervisory to read his report. Thank you.
Dear members, Supervision Committee's report for the financial year ending 30th June 2020. The duties of Supervisory Committee are to ensure that proper books of accounts and all other records of the society are properly maintained. It's also the duty of the Supervisory Committee to ensure that all payments made are proper and that procurement procedure has been followed. In view of the above, we wish to advise that we have been going through the records for the financial year under review on quarterly basis and writing our reports, which are discussed with the management. We noted that proper books have been maintained well, and where we noted a problem requested for improvement. We noted the payments we went through were properly supported, and most of our queries were answered to our satisfaction. It should be noted that some of the issues raised here below were raised during the year ending 30th June 2019 and previous years and during our quarterly reports. It should be noted that we have been working without one supervisory member from Ndumberi during the whole year under review. Banking conciliations. We noted there was improvement in getting the reconciliations compared to last financial year. Assets register. The position is as stated during the last financial year, as the valuation could not be done due to the ongoing works. We have requested for the computerization of the fixed assets register for ease of reference and for the backup of the register. Trial balance and economic report. We have requested for the future production of the records in time as we have computerized the accounts. Variances in the economic report. Even though the sales had been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, the variances have been very high and favorably. Milk chance. A strict control of the milk chance should be introduced to avoid losses of the chance. Internal control. We noted lack of internal control in respect of materials for the production department, which was attributed to lack of enough space for the stores. Stores records computerization. We have requested for future computerization of stores records for ease of verifying. Work tickets. We have requested for free maintenance of work tickets because if properly maintained, will act as job cards for ease of verification of vehicle expenses. Graders shortages. We noted great improvement in graders shortages, which we hope will stop due to stoppage of milk cashews by the graders. Leases. The cases of leases for Ndumberi and Tinga plots are yet to be finalized. Cases in court. There are some cases in court which are being followed. Accommodation. We noted that even with the COVID-19 pandemic, the sales for the yogurt did not go down much compared to sales of pasteurized milk. We noted the grant for the development proposal has been in use as the work is in progress, and we hope we will be able to start packing milk soon for improvement of rates for the benefit of farmers. We wish to commend the management. Lastly, we wish to thank the manager and his staff for providing most of the requested documents during our work, and the chairman board of management for ensuring our reports are acted upon. Compiled by Michael Kamu, chairman, and Peter Getao, committee member.
Thank you, Chairman Supervisory. Nituramuria members aitu muthie na mbere propose na second reports icio na ciuria cianyu muthie na mbere kwandika namba-ini iria muhetwo. Kiuria kira mundu angikorwo nakio andike ciuria icio ciothe ni igucokio twarikia. Koguo muthie na mbere propose those oria twikaga aria twina mucemanio uria ungi. Muthie na mbere propose na second na muthie na mbere kuria ciuria tondu ndiri ni yanyu. Riu ni ngwita our auditor okay tutware through the audited report.
Thank you, Chairman and board members. It's my pleasure to present the financial statements for Ndumberi dairy farmers for the year ended 30th June 2020. I'll try to be very brief because as indicated in the booklet, these financials are available for inspection physically at society's offices. But I'll just go through the main highlights. As you are aware, we have 4 major activities in the cooperative society. The main one is the milk dairy trading. Due to the prevailing economic conditions, turnover went down by about 40 million, and consequently sales as well. And that activity made a profit of 10.9 million, the daily activity, compared with 11.6 the previous year. So there was a drop of profitability by about 1 million. Then the processing plant, this is where we have the yogurt. Of course, sales, and we also have the pasteurized milk. Sales went up slightly from 182 to 229 million. And consequently, the cost of sales also went from 150 million to 194. That particular activity did not make as much money as the previous year. We made 2.5 million compared with the 7.4 the previous years. There was a drop, of course, because of the COVID-19 effects. Then we have the stores. These are the feeds. Turnover, of course, went down again from 63 million to 59, a drop of about 4 million. And that activity, again, it didn't make money. You know, basically, these are serviced farmers. Last year, we made a profit of 1 million, and this year, we actually made a loss of 500,000, just below a small loss of 576,000. Of course, the other activity is the rental. Of course, rental, we don't have an issue, though it dropped slightly from 1.1 million to 1 million during the year under review. So if we were to combine all those activities, what was the performance? In total, the money that came in to us as a society was 483 million. If we remove the cost of sales of 413, we are left with a gross profit of 79 million. If we remove all the other expenses, we made a loss of 2.5 million compared with 7.5 million the previous year. Then if you factor in the financial costs of 2.9 or 2.1 million, the loss increased to 4.7 The previous year, there was a profit of 6.4. If you move forward again, you can see the improvements in the compound. There were buildings which were where we stand, and the demolition, the loss on demolition was 2.1 million. So in total, we made a loss of 7 million compared with 5 million the previous year. So if we were to try and explain the reason, one is the cost of demolition of the premises, which cost us 2 million. Then, of course, the drop in business because of the effect of the COVID-19. And, of course, to do all this infrastructure, we had to borrow from the bank. That, again, cost money. So, again, that pushes us. The cost of finance, of course, goes up. These expenses, so that kind of expense will be recovered going forward. So we are saying the year has not been good, but we made tangible development, because if we don't make the sacrifices now to do what we are seeing here, demolish the building and the borrowing from the banks, then you will not move forward. So this I would want to say it's a temporary situation. If you are to go to the assets and liabilities of the society, the assets increased from 96 million to 168 million, mainly because of the works going on. Yeah, and you can see really these are major expenses. On the current assets, again, they increased from 44 million to 50. But overall, the assets increased from 140 to 218, almost 2 times. But mainly because of the works that is happening within the society, and what I think you are sure you've been seeing what is happening. If you go down to share capital, it increased from 26 million to 27. These are the subscriptions from members. Then the reserves increased from 94 to 158. This comes from the grants we are getting from our benefactors, the agri-fee and all that, the institutions that are giving us the finance to carry out these activities. Of course, we are borrowing from the banks. We got bank loans, some 12 million from K-Unity to enable us to carry out this development. And overall, our liabilities increased again from 140 to 218. What this means is, even though we are not doing well, even though we are in debt, we are increasing the value of the society in terms of the development that we are currently undertaking. So, in a nutshell and in summary, I would say the year was not very good. One, because of the work that is happening. Then, two, the effects of reduced sales due to the effects of COVID-19, and of course the borrowing for the bank. But these are funds, or these are monies that will be recovered going forward. But again, assets increased from 140 to 218. If I were to go to the auditor's report, but before I do that, again, I want to stress that these financial statements belong to the board of directors that you have elected. They are responsible for taking care of the assets, making sure that these accounts are prepared in accordance with the law and international financial reporting standards, and they bear the ultimate responsibility. And they have signed the accounts, which I believe you have perused, or you'll be able to peruse. And as indicated by the secretary area, you are at liberty to visit the offices and peruse these financial statements. So what's the work of the auditor? The work of the auditor is to review the books of accounts, yeah? Ask questions, get explanations, corroborate what is in the books with tangible evidence by writing to the back and reviewing evidence. Of course, you follow the law and the international financial reporting standards. I would want to say that we did that. We go through the explanations that were required, and we were satisfied that the financial statements present a true and fair view of the financial statements of Ndumberi Farmers Cooperative Society. So what I'm saying is we are giving the society an qualified or clean bill of health in terms of keeping proper books of accounts. When an institution makes laws, it doesn't mean that books are not proper. But what we are saying is that loss is actually proper. It is the true possession. It doesn't mean it's a bad situation or there is anything untoward. It means that whatever is shown in the books, as auditors, have confirmed that that's the way it is. Of course, the accounts again approved by the Ministry of Cooperative. They have been reviewed and again approved for issue to the members. So I would want to pause at that point and say we are happy with what we are seeing and what we saw. We are on the right track. Of course, this will reverse. Initially, if you make an investment, of course, money will go out. But of course, later, with time, in the goodness time, you'll be able to recover. I think that this is where we are. I would want to really commend you members for your support to the management and the board for the foresight of what they are doing right now. You can see progress. And of course, for everything that is there, there is always pain. So that you can later gain. Thank you very much, members, and I wish you well, more so as Ndumberi moves forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jaroge. Thank you so much. Members, muthio na mbere kuria ciuria mundu ena kiuria nituramuria muthio na mbere kuria kiuria kira mundu angikorwo nakio. Ihinda riri tugwita Francis manager okay atutware through na mugeria kwanira hanini through the budget. So Francis.
Members, I take this opportunity to take you through the budget for the year 2021-2022, as we usually do. So it is the year that we start next year in June and end in 2022 in June. So if you have the copies, so I'll go to page 2, number 51, not page 2, 51, where we have the daily department, and I'll read only the budget for the year, since already we have the comparisons for the other year. During that year of 2021-2022, we are planning to sell a turnover in the daily of 273,226,590. The 242 million will go to the internal processing, since already we are trying to go 100% processing, and we have factored 31 million just for local sale during the grad season. The cost of sale will be 236,356,848, bringing a gross profit or margin of 36,869,742. By that time, we shall be paying our farmer at 85%. The selling and distribution expenses are 10,809,565. These are the vehicle operating expenses and also external transport in case of hire. Administrative expenses are 7,700,473. Administrative expenses are the electricity and water, cleaning, reagents, committee travel, repairs and maintenance. So that total comes to 7,700,473. Other operating expenses, that is the salary and wages, 9,240,910. We have the finance cost for running that account of 360,000. So the total expenditure will be 28,110,949, having a surplus of 8,758,792. We go to the next budget for the stores as one of our departments, where in the year 2021-2022, we have budgeted that we shall have a total sales or turnover in the store of 67,159,940. 116. After removing the cost of sales, which are 60,443,204, we shall be left with a margin of 6,715,911, which is 10%. We still make sure that already the department is a sales. We usually patronize our farmers in terms of giving them service. Selling and distribution cost will be 408,000. Administrative expenses will be 2,038,765. Staff expenses will be 2,275,192. Total expenses will be 4,721,958, giving a slight surplus of 1,993,953. Go to the next department where we are venturing in terms of food processing. And in the year 2021-2022, we shall increase our yogurt sales to 145,101,886. Still, our bulk pasteurized milk would be 96,725,000. We shall have introduce a new product, that is ESL or UHT, and the turnover for that year will be 284,700,000. Other income out of co-packing would be 31,200,000, and sale of Lala of 18,720,000, bringing a total turnover of 576,446,896. Production cost, or the cost of sales, will be 452,102,476, bringing a gross income of 124,344,420, which is 22%. The selling and distribution expenses will be a total of 46,189,165. We have administrative expenses of 13,246,756. Other operating expenses of 13,304,820. Also, finance cost, we have budgeted to be 956,384, bringing a total expense or expenditure of 74,697,127, and we are left with a surplus of 49,647,293. Go to the Society General. Society General, we are budgeting that we shall have other incomes from the passive incomes of 2,595,062 shillings. Administrative expenses in the SG is 15,414,183. Other operating expenses are a total of 11,318,503. Financial cost of 1,012,905. So a total of 27,745,592 in the Society General. So I urge you to turn in the first page 50, where we have a consolidated income and expenditure statement, where we usually consolidate all the revenues from various streams, and we have 3 of them. That is income from milk, income from stores, income from processing unit. So I've read them, so they will bring a total revenue of 916,832,602 operating expenses, which are selling and distribution expenses are 57,406,731. Administrative expenses are 38,518,384. Other operating expenses are 36,139,427. We are left with a net operating surplus after expenses of 39,773,992. When we less the financial cost of 3,329,289, we are left with a surplus before tax of 36,444,703. There is a rental tax provision of 131,340, and our net surplus after rental tax comes to 36,313,363. We transfer to the statutory reserve 7 million, which is 20% of the net surplus. As part of the meeting, of the agendas that we have, I know members are proposing and seconding the minutes. I know they are also proposing and seconding the supervisory report, the management report. We had the auditor's report, so we still require members to propose and second. And now the budget that I have led. So we are requesting members to kindly set your member number, your name, and just state that you propose or you have seconded this agenda. In the agendas, we have the authorization of borrowing powers, and as per the circular that we have been given by the ministry, we shall retain the borrowing powers for the previous year, and we are not changing. It is still 100 million that was given. Also, the appointment of auditors, according to the circular that we have, we shall not either endorse. So we have our auditor, according to that circular, continuing for the next 1 year. And now we are going to the other section of questions and answers as we receive from our funds, that the fund that we already gave, and also the RIFE feed. So thank you, and we are waiting for those questions so that we can answer. Thank you.
Gwĩciria nĩ ihinda rĩega andũ arĩa maratũrorera mĩtambo matwĩre kana gwĩ ciũria ndume nĩgetha tũcokie. Tũrore kana gwĩ ciũria ndume. Janet nĩgũtwĩra kana gwĩ ciũria, angĩkorwo gũtarĩ ciũria okay. Tũkũmĩthoma.
We have not received any question. It's just a comment that I felt it is good to recognize that member number 5786 says that if all points on improving milk processing, as you have said, are implemented, Dairy will have a good progress. So that is a member who is commenting, and we are waiting for the others to have. We have Charles George, who is proposing. So it's Moses is a member, but I'll take the membership number. So we have proposers and seconders, so we can still receive more in the RIFE feed.
Thank you, Mono. arĩmi aitũ gũkũ tũrĩ gũkũ mũrona gũthakarĩte ũguo nĩyo factory ĩrĩa tũraka na nĩ tũkenete nĩyo tondũ rĩu o ta ũrĩa ngũmũthomeire twĩ 95% kũrĩkia nĩ twakĩte 95% tũtigĩtie kĩndũ about 5% tũmĩrĩkie mĩtambo yothe nĩ mĩkinyu na rĩu no tũkwanjia kũ-process iria na nĩ tũĩ wega twanjia kũ-process iria no mũkuona ũgarũrũku wa mĩrĩhĩre koguo nĩ tũreciria by January twahota gũkorwo tũkĩanjia kuoha iria January February koguo ndĩmũcokerie ngatho mũno nĩ ũguo mũkoretwo ona mwĩ na mathĩna maingĩ na mũgathiĩ na mbere ona gũtũrehera iria nĩ tũĩ o tondũ ndĩmwĩrire ũhoro wa foot and mouth nĩ ĩkoretwo kuo mũno na ng'ombe citũ igagĩkua na ingĩ ikarwara na irio ikagĩa goro mũno no maũndũ mau nĩ tũĩ Ngai no ekũgarũra rĩu tũtanarĩkia nĩ ngwĩta Bwana Gacaũ aheane vote of thanks nĩgetha tũcoke tũhingĩrwo na mahoya nĩ mũrĩmi twĩ nake.
Arata aitũ arĩmi aitũ na body as general nĩ ngwenda gũcokia ngatho na makĩria no ũndũ wa maũndũ marĩa mekĩkĩte mahinda macio makoretwo meho thĩinĩ wa ndĩri ĩno itũ kana society ĩno itũ ya Ndumberi. Mbere nĩ gũcokia ngatho kũrĩ Ngai ũrĩa ũtũhotithĩtie gũkinya nginya hau tũkinyĩte tiga nĩ mwathani maũndũ maya mũrona mekĩkĩte kana mĩako ĩno ĩkĩkĩte kana hau tũkinyĩte tũtingĩhotete no ũndũ wa rwendo rwake akona nĩ kwagĩrĩire tũthiĩ na mbere na gũtwarithia ndĩri ĩno wega nĩkĩo tũrenda gũcokia ngatho kũrĩ Ngai ũcio. Ngatho iria ingĩ nĩ gũcokia kũrĩ arĩmi aitũ tondũ tiga nĩ arĩmi acio monire nĩ wega macokanĩrĩre ndĩri ĩno ndĩngĩrũgamĩte kuma mĩaka ĩyo yanjirie o kũrĩa thutha-inĩ nĩ mũĩ nĩ gatene na nginya rĩu ngwĩciria arĩmi acio nĩ andũ marutĩte wĩra mũnene mũno wa kwĩrutĩra na kuona atĩ me handũ matwaraga karia kao kana makanyitana ona nĩgetha mũtũrĩre wao ũhote gũthiĩ na mbere. Koguo nĩ ngĩmũcokeria inyuĩ arĩmi aitũ ngatho nyingĩ mũno tondũ nĩ inyuĩ mũtũhete wĩra ũyũ nĩgetha tũkinye hau tũkinyĩte. Ngatho iria ingĩ tũingĩcokia nĩ kũrĩ aruti aitũ a wĩra matongoretio nĩ manager na andũ ake acio othe timu yothe as a whole tondũ no tũkorwo twĩna ndĩri no twage aruti wĩra ega arĩa marutaga wĩra ũtukũ na mũthenya ona ithuĩ twĩ mũciĩ magĩtuoera karia kau makamenyaga gũthiĩ atĩa kahana atĩa na thutha-inĩ gagakinya to the market na tũkagĩa na kanyamũ tũngĩona mĩhuko-inĩ itũ. Ngatho iria ingĩ ngĩcokia nĩ our development partners aya erĩ nĩ matũhotithĩtie tũgakinya hau. Rekei ndĩmwĩre tiga nĩo wĩra ũyũ mũrona ndũngĩkinyĩte hau. Koguo nĩ ingĩenda gũcokia ngatho tondũ nĩ wĩra mũnene mũno matũteithĩrĩirie ithuĩ tũhana ndĩri ya Ndumberi tũgakinya hau ona nĩ ũndũ tũngĩkenera ndeto ĩyo mũno na ningĩ mera mathiĩ na mbere na gũthiĩ mateithĩrĩrie tondũ hena muoroto mwega kana umĩrĩro mwega thĩinĩ wa Ndumberi Dairy. Arĩa angĩ nĩ ngwenda gũcokeria board as a whole tondũ ũrũmwe wao nĩguo tũmĩte maũndũ maya makinye hau. Rekei ndĩmwĩre hatarĩ board ĩnyitaine kana ikaiguithania maũndũ maingĩ na thogothogo nyingĩ nĩ ũkaga. Koguo nĩ ingĩenda gũcokia ngatho na ũndũ wa board itũ na ũndũ wa ũrũmwe ũcio tũkoretwo twĩ naguo. Nĩ ingĩmũhoya mũthiĩ na mbere ona nĩgetha ndĩri ĩno ĩgakinya ona tũkiuma kuo kana tũgakorwo tũkĩona hagakorwo hena kĩndũ kĩronekana. Koguo nĩ ngwenda gũcokia ngatho mũno na ũndũ wa ũndũ ũcio na inyuĩ arĩa marũgamĩrĩire wĩra ũyũ no ũndũ wa mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ nĩ ngĩenda kũmũcokeria ngatho tondu tutingikioneka haha hatari na andu mararuta wira ucio koguo ningimwira ni thank you na Ngai witu amurathime. Thank you.
Thengiå må no mwana Gacaũ, na rĩu nĩ tũgwĩta mũndũ ũrĩa gũtũhoera gũtũhingĩra na mahoya.
Rekei tũrũgame tũcokie ngatho. Rĩĩtwa rĩa Ithe rĩa Mwana na Muoyo Mũtheru tuĩke guo. Baba, nĩ tuoka mbere yaku Jehova gũcokia ngatho mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ Baba, tondũ nĩ twaka mũcemanio na njĩra njega. Watwambĩrĩria na njĩra njega twacoka twathiĩ gĩtagatĩ-inĩ kĩega Mwathani. Nĩ hinya waku Mwathani watũbĩte Mwathani tũkorwo twĩna mũcemanio mwega gũkũ Mwathani. Rathima kamĩtĩ ĩno Mwathani na ũrathime mbũndi ĩno Baba, ona members ciothe Baba. Tũtongoriagie hĩndĩ ciothe rĩrĩa tũkũruta mawĩra ma Mwathani. Na rĩrĩa Mwathani tũkuona twagĩa na ũhotani tũgũcokeria ngatho Baba. Na tũgũkorwo tũkiuga Baba witũ ũrĩ igũrũ, rĩĩtwa rĩaku rĩkumio, ũnene waku ũũke, ũrĩa ũkwenda gũkũgũtete igũrũ, ũtũhe mũthia cia gũtũigana, tũrĩa twagĩra matwĩtĩtie, ithuĩ tũkorwo tũtarĩ nĩ mũũru, na ũtũhonokie ũũru na ũtuĩke guo. Na tũgũkorwo na maciũngano tũkiuga Mwathani nĩ twagĩrĩire ũtũigue, na rĩĩtwa rĩa Ithe na rĩa Mwana na Muoyo Mũtheru ũtuĩke guo.
Thengiũ, na rĩu nĩ rĩakinya ihinda rĩa kũrĩkia mũcemanio witũ. O toguo mwerwo nĩ mũcokerie ngatho inyuothe nĩ ũndũ wa kũ-participate. Thengiũ mũno, Mungu awabariki, God bless you. Nginya rĩrĩa arĩtuonithania rĩngĩ. Asanteni sana.